Good morning, happy Saturday, and welcome. My name is Valérie. If we've never met, you're welcome to call me Val. And this is Destress Express. If you're not too familiar with this type of class, we move a little slower, little posture for a couple minutes. Slowly waking up the body. We're actually going to start on our back, so any position on your back that feels comfortable for you. This can resemble Shavasana with your legs as wide as your mat, arms alongside your body, or you can also bend your legs. If that creates tension in your back, you can bend your legs, bring the soles of the feet on the ground, or both feet together, knees wide, whatever feels good. Made it here. Time out of your weekend to come here and take care of yourself. Hopefully, after this class, you'll feel maybe better. If that feels comfortable for you, I'll invite you to bring one hand to your heart and one hand onto your belly. Ground here, and let's take a few intentional breaths together. So inhale, feel the belly rise, feel the chest rise, and then exhale into your air and feel everything come down. Again, big belly breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Another one, big inhale. Now hold for a second here. And then open your mouth, let the air out. One more like that. Inhale, fill up. Hold here. And then open the mouth, let it all out. Your arms can stay where they are, or you can move them alongside your body. And then bring your awareness back to your nose, and this time breathe in through your nose, and then breathe out through the nose. And we'll do our best to breathe in and out through the nose. Ultimately, the breath is the guide, and I'm just here to suggest posture. I invite you to bring your legs together, extend them if they're not, and walk your feet towards the right side of your mat, both your feet. You can even go outside your mat. Maybe you bring the left ankle on top of the right here. And if you don't feel much into your left side body, bring your shoulders as well towards the right side of your mat. You're making the form of like a crescent moon or a banana, basically. And your arms can come overhead, or grab your elbows. Yes. A few moments here in crescent moon on our spine. Elongating the left side of our body. shoulders and legs back to center. Release your arms alongside your body. Take a cleansing breath here, breathing down through the nose, fill up, hold it, and then let it out. Amazing. Let's move to the other side, so walk your feet towards the left side of your mat or even outside. Then the right ankle can maybe cross over the left, it doesn't have to. Shoulders can move towards the left side of your mat. And any arm variation here. You want to send your breath here, if you're working with your breath, onto the right side of your body. Purposely sort of like exhaling to the right side. Mindful breath here on your own, in your own way. And then reach your right arm overhead and bend into your knees and come to your right side here into a fetal position. You can really bring your knees close to your chest, round your spine. Take a moment here. The help of your left hand, gently press yourself up, come to a seat, and then transition to your hands and knees here, tabletop. So in tabletop, you want your wrist and shoulders to be aligned and knees and hip to be aligned. Probably knees hip width apart. Let's move cat-cow slowly, intentionally with breath. So the breath, usually you do what you want, but usually inhale to drop the belly, arch the spine, and maybe look up. Some of you prefer the other way, and then exhale, rounding the spine. Do what feels good here, and if you want to stay for a couple more breaths, like in one position, you can stay in your cow or in your cat as long as you'd like. Few rounds. Let's say 2 more rounds of cat-cow. And when you're done, just stay in your tabletop. All right, gently bring your right hand so it's under your nose, sort of in the center of your mat. I want you to flip your right foot, tuck your foot, and then flip it towards the right side of your mat, so at a 90-degree, as much as possible angle. And then extend your left leg back, pivot your left foot down so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. And then you just have to open the left arm up. Beautiful. This is a variation of side plank. So if you take a flow class and they do side plank and you don't know what to do because it's a hard pose, you can always do that. And then here, your foot, your back foot can be completely on the ground if you want. And then press into your right hand so that your side body lifts up a little more. Yes. Maybe open a little more the shoulders with your left arm towards the room, the door of this room. You got it. Take one more inhale right here. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand down, bring your left knee down, come back to your tabletop. Readjust your hands and take cat-cow, 2 rounds on your own. And let's do this side plank again onto the other side. So the left hand comes towards the center of your mat. You flip your left foot towards the left. Extend the right leg. So even before I lift my right arm, my right leg is all the way back. Foot is grounded, and then the right arm comes up. That's it. Vishtasana. Posture for the sage of Vishta. Beautiful. You really want to grab the mat with your left hand and then press the floor away at the same time. Amazing. Maybe open the shoulder a little more towards Ken bound. Take one more inhale right here. And then exhale, bring your hand down, come back to your tabletop. Once again, 2 rounds, cat-cow. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine and then tuck your toes if they're not already tucked and lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Down dog, you're in upside down V shape. You want a fairly long V. And you can pedal your dog so you can bend one leg at a time. Walk your hands towards your feet. Come towards the back of your mat. And then let yourself dangle here for a bit. So bend your knees quite a bit so you can rest your belly onto your thighs. You can sway. You can grab your shoulders, your elbows, your shoulders as well if you want. Body parts on a Saturday morning. Oof. It's like asking me to do something without coffee. Same. Release your neck. Look back. You really have no need to put tension there. Amazing. Release your elbows if you were grabbing them, and then slowly, really, really slowly, roll up all the way up to standing. Your head will come up fast. Last. Beautiful. Once you're here, inhale, bring your arms overhead. As you exhale, interlace your fingers, releasing the index fingers. This is Shiva Mudra. Your feet can be together, or if you prefer, they can be hip-width apart, whatever is more comfortable. Press down onto your feet as you reach taller. Big inhale here. And then exhale, arch towards the right. So this is exactly how we started class, but on our back. But see how it feels different once you're standing. Now make sure that you press your feet down and maybe even bring more weight into that left foot. Beautiful. Torso towards the mirror. Amazing. Inhale to come back through center. As you exhale, bend into your elbows, bend into your knees, reset. Inhale to stretch tall, interlace your fingers, maybe the opposite grip, the one that's awkward, basically. Yes, and then inhale, stretch tall. Exhale to arch to the other side. Once again, feel how it's different, standing. Maybe more weight into the right foot, maybe equal weight on both foot, and you work on extending the right side of your body. You got it. And if at any point this is too much for your shoulders, this arm variation, there's always the option of dropping one hand down, bending your elbows. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, release your arms down by your side. This is mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll move here to a half sun salutation, slowly, mindfully. Inhale, arms forward and up. Maybe you look up. Exhale, a little bit into your knee, hinge at your hips, fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands to your shin, halfway lift, crown of the head towards the mirror. Exhale, fold again over your legs. Beautiful. Press into your feet. Big inhale to reach tall, rise up, bring your arms with you all the way overhead. And then exhale, arms by your side. We'll do that a few more rounds. Inhale, arms forward and up. Look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shin, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Press into your feet, big inhale, reach tall. Rise up, take your time. Exhale, arms by your side. Once more, inhale, arms up. Exhale, a little bit into your knee, hinge at your hips, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shin, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again over your legs. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up, reach tall. And then exhale, arms down by your side. From here, bring your hands to your hips and bring the weight into the right foot, opening up the left knee. This is tree pose, Vrikshasana. The foot can stay at the ankle if, like me, morning standing on one leg is not your forte. But you can also bring the foot here on the calf or all the way up to the inner thigh. Do what feels good for your body here. And then once you feel grounded, any arm variation. This can be heart center, overhead, in any shape or form. You really want to ground down into that right foot and find one drishti, one gazing point that is not moving to help with your balance. Long, deep, slow breaths. Hands can come back to your heart center. Inhale, bring the left knee forward. Exhale, foot down, arms by your side. Take a moment here. And then let's move to the other side. Starts with the hands on your hips. Move the weight into the left foot, opening up the right. And this side might feel more open or more tight, so find a variation that works for you. I will recommend avoiding the knee joint. Our knee is super sensitive, so below or above the knee. Root down and then grow your branches. Long inhale and exhale. Stay alive like a forest. You need to breathe. can come back to your heart center. Inhale to bring the right knee forward. Exhale, foot down. Arms by your side. Now bring your feet hip width apart if they're not already there. Hands to your hips. And then step with your right foot about 2-3 feet towards the front of your mat. Not so big. Keep your back foot either at 45 degrees or straight aligned with the right here. And you want your hips to be square. Like it's going to be fairly impossible that both hip joints are the same direction, but bring them at least forward towards the mirror. Yes. Take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your left arm forward and bring your left hand towards your right shin. Now from here, you can twist a little more by bringing the right arm towards the ceiling. This is revolve triangle. This is a deep posture. Very sorry to make you work so hard. If the hand on the right hand up doesn't work, it can come onto your low back. It's perfectly the same posture here. Yeah, press into that big toe mount. Activate that front leg. You got it. Beautiful. Parivrita Parshvokanasana. Inhale, come back all the way up to standing. Maybe left arm up. Yeah, exhale, arms down. Bring your hands back to your hips. And then I'd like you to open that foot, that left foot at 45 degrees. Yes, and then bend into your front knee. Inhale to arms up. This is warrior one. If your knee is well above your ankle, take a longer stance. Bring this foot here. Just yes, that's it. And go back a little more. And then bend. You got it. And lots of space. That's it. Beautiful. And then here, you want your palm to be facing each other. Yes, but you can relax the shoulder down. Now, no need to be so stressed Saturday morning. God, beautiful. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Take a last inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down towards your right foot. Listen carefully. You want to spring your left leg up. This is standing split. So the left leg, most of us, we will look like an L. But you want that left leg to be really strong and straight as possible. Toes towards the floor. And then maybe you can lift it higher. Eventually you want to touch the sky. Bring your hands really closer to your foot. The closer they are, the more you can melt your heart down. And then look back. Last inhale here. As you exhale, bring that left foot to meet the right at the front of your mat. Yes. Inhale, hands to shin, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Press into your feet, inhale. Reach your arms overhead. And then as you exhale, bring the left arm under the right. Cross at your elbows. Either grab your shoulders or opposite hands. We're setting up for eagle, little bend into the knees, and then grab that left leg and bring it over the right. And again, the toes can stay on the ground for support, for balance, or you can maybe hover or wrap all the way behind the calf. You want to squeeze everything towards the midline, and your standing leg should be a little bend, just to help with squatting and bring everything towards the center. Yes. Now lift your elbows just a tiny bit higher out of your heart. Amazing. Last inhale here. As you exhale, unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and then stand everything down. Beautiful. Bring your feet back, hip width apart, hands to your hips, and then this time we're going to step back the right foot about 2 to 3 feet. It can be just straight, aligned with the foot or at an angle. Make sure again your hips are square. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, the right arm comes forward. You hinge at your hips and you twist towards the right. So right hand towards the left. Right hand to your left shin. And then the left arm can come up if you need a little more. Oof. Ball triangle. And deep, deep, deep posture. So you want your both legs to be more or less straight. The micro bend in the front knee, yes. Beautiful. That's it. And then you can work with your breath. Inhale to bring the crown of the head a little more towards the mirror. Yes. And then as you exhale, twist. Amazing. You lift 3 inches. Last inhale here. As you exhale, come all the way back up. Bring the left arm up or right arm up. I can't remember which arm we were. Yes, right here. All right. And then bring everything down. This time maybe you want a longer stance, just a tiny bit longer, and bring your back foot at an angle, 45 probably, and then rebend into your front knee. Deep bend here if you can. And then take note, if your knee, you cannot, like look down, if you cannot see your left toes, you need a longer stance. That means you need to walk your back foot back or left front foot forward. Amazing. Yeah. Once you have that, inhale, arms up. Warrior one. And then your fingers can be together or apart, but bring some energy in there. You want to feel this energy from the fingers all the way down to the toes. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down. And you want to probably bend a little deeper into your front knee. And you want your hands right by your foot on either side. Yes, and then spring that right leg up as you extend the left leg. This doesn't have to be very high, but I want you to look back. Look towards the back wall. Look at those mandala. They're really pretty. So maybe I'll quiz you on the colors. Just kidding. Last inhale here. As you exhale, bring your right knee to meet, right foot to meet the left, and fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shin. Exhale, refold. Press into your feet, big inhale, reach tall, rise up. And then as you exhale, the right arm comes under the left. Again, cross at your elbows. Grab your shoulders. I rather prefer that you do this than trying to do like, I don't know, what's called this? Crab, all right? So it's either this or this. All right, and this is perfectly fine. This is the pose. Bend into your knees and then grab your right leg, cross it over the left. Again, toes on the ground if you want, but you want to squeeze everything. You want your thighs on top of each other. So if you don't have that, bend more into your front, your standing leg. You got it. That's it. Shoulders up, elbows up. Straighten your spine. Yes, you got it. I'm going to need a little more. I feel so strong. She's like, I relax your face. Strong pose. Garudasana, eagle. Last inhale here. And then as you exhale, unravel your arms, unravel your legs, and then bring everything down. Have a sip of water if you wish, or stay here. Mountain pose. Once you've had your water, come back to mountain. Let's refocus. Inhale through the nose. Let it go. All right, inhale, arms up and overhead. As you exhale, a little bit into your knees, hinge at your hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shin. As you exhale, plant your hands and step your left foot back. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, bring your hands to your thigh, or you can bring your arms overhead. This is low lunge. So I like to start with my hands on my thigh just to go into the deep of the quad stretch and the inner thigh. And then once I feel I have a sticky point, arms up. You try whatever you like.
This can be quite hard on the knee. I agree, the floor is quite hard. So I prefer to tuck my toes, so to alleviate some of that pressure. Some of you prefer the flat foot, up to you. Last inhale, wherever you are. And then as you exhale, bring the left hand down onto the mat. This can be on your block, on the mat directly, or on your fingertips. And then inhale to open with the right arm into a twist. Last inhale here. As you exhale, bring your right hand so you can frame your front foot and start to extend the front leg. Walk your hands back and flex your foot. This is half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. You probably feel it here under the knee. Flex, flex, flex the foot, super active in the front foot. And yes, the block is your friend here. If you feel you can't quite touch the ground, the hands on the block, I like it under my leg here, just to help. Last few breaths here. Slowly start to come everything forward. So we bend into your front knee. Bring your hands down here, and then you'll walk your foot, your right foot towards the left until you can drop your knee down. We're actually moving towards pigeon here. So right knee down at an angle. Lengthen the back leg, way, way back. You want space here. And then if you feel that you're really off the floor, you can put the block under your hip. Me, most days. And then you can always use the bolster as a pillow here. So you can bring the bolster right in front of you and sort of like relax down or melt your heart down. We're here for about a minute or two. So yes, it can feel really good. Do your best here to really slow the breath down, calm your heart rate. Slowly come back onto your hands here so you can lift your chest. And then tuck your back toes so you can press yourself back to down dog. Pedal your dog. And then gently bring the left foot forward. Bring the right knee down. And then as you inhale, your hands can come onto your thigh or overhead into that low lunge, Anjanasana. So again, to protect your knee, I really recommend to look down and again, make sure you can at least see the tops of your toes here. Otherwise, lengthen the back leg. Last inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand down onto the mat. And then inhale to open up. Left arm up into the twist. And then you can just work to align maybe your shoulders. So you want your shoulders stacked on top of each other. So one big line from the ground to the left hand, the right hand, to the left hand, down and back. Beautiful. Last inhale here. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand back down and start to walk your hands back. As you extend the front leg, flex your foot. So super active into that front leg. So your heels is planted and you want to have your toes towards the ceiling. Ardha Ananasana. So this posture is named for another sage, Hanuman, who actually had to do the split. This is it, after all, to jump from Bangladesh, now Bangladesh, to India. So just remember that next time you want to jump somewhere, do the split. Last couple breaths right here. Slowly start to walk everything forward and then walk that left foot towards the right until you can bring the left knee down and take your variation of pigeon. Again, take your time, lots of time in this pose. So take your time to set it up. Use your props to support you. Slowly come back onto your hands. Tuck your back toe. Lift yourself back. Downward facing dog. Again, you're welcome to pedal your dog. And then slowly lower your knees down and come to your sit bones, bringing your legs forward. Right, I'm gonna start with staff pose here. So you want to flex your feet. Your legs can be bent here. That's not really an issue, but you want to really have your toes pointing towards the ceiling. And then hands are not back, not by your sit bones, but a little forward, more towards your hips. Yes, you want to press down here, elongate the spine, and then tuck your chin slightly. I found this super hard. For me, this is a strong pose. Maybe for you it's not. And if it's not, then maybe we need to talk and you need to give me advice. All right, so straight spine. Legs are super active. Last inhale here. Last exhale. Now with your next inhale, bring your arms overhead. Keep your legs as they are. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips and then fold forward. This is seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Ultimately, we want to be able to reach our toes here in this posture. If that is not happening and you want that to happen, bend your knees. I spent about 10 years here with my knees bent, so there's hope for everyone, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Practice makes perfect. With your next inhale, open your heart, and then exhale, sit tall. Have a sip of water as we will make our way down to our back shortly. It's probably my favorite pose to come, supported fish. So if you've never done this, let me guide you through. If you know where you're going, go right in. So you want to use the bolster on the long edge of your mat, yeah. And then bend into your knees, bring the soles of your feet onto the floor here to start. The bolster will come right by your sit bone, and hold onto your bolster as you're gonna come down onto your back. Once you are all the way down, you can release your hands either alongside your body or on your body, wherever it feels good. Your legs can stay bent. Maybe you bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe you open the legs. We're here for a few minutes, so there's lots of time to explore. So if you want to start in one leg variation, I will tell you about halfway. The heart opener, a little bit back bend. Just breathe. So if you'd like to explore another leg variation, welcome to. Otherwise, you can stay where you are.
there's two ways out. You can, from here, roll onto your right side. Be careful if you choose that direction, and come to a fetal position. Or you can press into your forearm, tuck in your chin to protect your neck, and come slowly to press yourself back up. Either or, you will want to remove the bolster, but make sure that it's within arm's reach. And then come right back down onto your back. Once you're back down, I'll invite you to bring your knees in. And we're setting up for a twist. So you can either cross one leg on top of the other, or just keep your knees stacked and then let them fall towards the right side of your mat. If you have space around you, you can open your arms out to a T or a cactus. You can also encourage the top leg to the left if you twist towards the right with your right hand and press it down. Whichever twist you're taking, yes, you can have the bolster underneath your knee. Make sure that your shoulder blades, both of them, are rooted down. If you'd like, you can also get a neck stretch by looking towards the left, or even if your eyes are closed, your head can fall towards the left. The twist to the other side. So knees together, or one leg cross over. Let the knees fall to the left. And again, the neck stretch will happen by letting the head fall towards the right. Center. It might feel good here to bring your knees to your chest, give yourself a hug, or if you prefer, you can also take happy baby. So happy baby, the soles of the feet come towards the ceiling. You can grab your shin, ankle, or even your feet, and then sway side to side. Be playful.
or you're welcome to go straight to Shavasana, or bring the soles of your feet together, bring them down onto the mat and let your knees fall open, wide on each side. Arms can come overhead or on your body, one hand to heart, one hand to belly, anywhere you'd like. Recline, butterfly. Here to stay as long as you'd like in this posture, or you can come to Shavasana, and this might feel good to bring the bolster right under your knee here. For me, it feels supported, it flattens my back. It might not work for all of you. Try it and then decide if you want it or not. Made it here, there's a few minutes for you to really settle down. And this is the hardest part. Stay in stillness, in consciousness, mindfulness. Right here, right now.
this space, into this moment by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Fill up. Now open your mouth, let the air out. One more. Inhale through the nose, fill up. And then sigh it out, let go. 1 hour of self-care. Thank you so much for taking time for yourself. As a reminder, this is a silent room. If you want to chat, come chat with me at the front. If you could put back the bolster and blocks where you found them, that would be really appreciated. I wish you a very good rest of your day. Namaste.
Namaste.